And even if, you know, some of us have been fortunate enough to run into them places, they'll take the time. Like, to give an example on that, so the picture that you used for the Instagram post and whatnot, that picture of me with Alex was not at a Backstreet event. It was actually at a Gwen Stefani concert, and I had come up the ramp to Will Call to pick up my tickets, and I took my younger sisters. They're 22 and 21 almost, so we're just walking, like minding our own business, and I go get my tickets. I turn around, and there's like this seated bench area thing. And I just kind of looked to my left and I like noticed this hat. And I was like, what? I've seen that hat. What? But I keep going. And then I like take a minute and take a beat and I kind of do a double take. And my sisters are like, what are you doing? Why are you slowing down? Like, we have to go inside. And I was like, that's Alex over there. And they were like, what? And I'm like, yeah, he's over there. And so I was like, should I go talk to him? Like, I don't know what to do. And this was like a year ago. Um, and they were like, no. And then one of my sisters was like, wait, yes. And so I turn around and I go back over there and he is minding his own business on his phone, smoking a cigarette. And I'm like, hi. And he legitimately gave us like maybe a little bit under 10 minutes of his time and no one else noticed him. It was a rare opportunity, but they give you the time whether it's an extra minute and some security guard is yelling at someone who's yelling at Nick at the top of their lungs, like they block it out.
Yeah, because they're the bosses. It's their thing. And I
Yeah.
will tell for you guys that are watching this and like listening to that story that you just told. That was very similar to my experience when the times that I've run into Brian, but particularly the last time when I was with my boyfriend. We were getting sushi at our favorite sushi place in Alpharetta, where my boyfriend lives, where
Mm-hmm.
Brian and Leanne live, and I ran into all of them. At first I couldn't believe what I was seeing because what's funny is I
Exactly.
saw Leanne first, and then
Mm-hmm.
I was like, is that no? But then I saw her mom, and I was like, holy shit, like that's Leanne and her mom. It
I
didn't even
know.
hit me that Brian was there too, and I'm like, that's Leanne's mom, that's Bailey, and then it hit me like, holy crap, that's Brian. So
Yeah.
like it kind of dawned on me slowly. And I thought about it and I was like, you don't miss your backstreet opportunities. Now, if they had
Yes.
been obviously like there was never really a good time to like go up and like say anything to them. Like you'll know if it's a bad
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
You'll be able to tell. You'll be able to read the writing on the wall that it's not a good time to go up to them. I tried to play it cool, and my boyfriend still says I did not do a very good job of this. Their table was on the way to the bathroom from where we were sitting, and I was like, you know what? I have to pee anyway. I didn't, but I was like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom just on the way by. I'm just gonna like, hey, love you guys, huge fan. I was just gonna keep going to the bathroom. Brian wouldn't let me go. He started a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Leanne, they asked me like what shows I've been on. At that point, I was like, oh, I've been on 4 cruises. Like I've been like I love you guys. I had purchased tickets for Vegas and then ended up because of a work conflict not getting to go. But I was like, I'm totally gonna be in Vegas.
Right.
And I did go to the bathroom even though I didn't have to go because I said I was going.
Yeah, and
And
it's
I
like,
came out. Yeah, I
you
was like,
can't
well, I
just like
gotta
turn around and be like, oh, never mind.
yeah, no, I don't have to go to the bathroom anymore. But while I was in the bathroom, my boyfriend ended up having this conversation with them. And by the time that I came back out of the bathroom, after having had the weirdest conversation with my reflection in the mirror, like, holy shit, can you believe this is happening? And then my reflection being like, no, girl, I can't. Get back out there. I get back out there, and my boyfriend Byron is talking to them like they've known each other for years. And Leanne's mom's like new boyfriend, I don't know if she remarried her new husband, whatever. They were talking to him about football because he played at Bama. And
Mm-hmm.
then at that point, Brian was like, "Do you want a picture? Let's take pictures." Because I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't going to ask for pictures. They wanted to take pictures. It was
That's cool.
Leanne took the pictures of us. Like it was fantastic.
That's
So
awesome.
when I tell you guys that like they're just genuine people, they're so nice. Believe me when I'm telling you that because I'm not the only fan who has a story like that.
Yeah.
But like I said, you'll know when it's not a good time to approach. So
Yeah, definitely. And especially like the fact that I was at a concert for a totally different artist and I'm telling you, like, no one else recognized him. But there were girls walking by us, there were other people at will call. because he was sitting by himself because he was taking a cigarette break, I didn't even realize that Ava and Rochelle and I think some of Rochelle's family was also there until I heard this little voice go, "Daddy!" And I looked like
Oh,
20 feet away, and there she was, like, jumping up and down. And he was like, hold on 1 second. And so, like, even though he was in dad mode, he still gave me, like, 3 extra minutes. He let us, my sisters were smart enough, I raised them right, to, like, take a bunch of candid pictures. But he still took a picture with me. He let me get up from my scooter because I, like, don't like taking pictures with it. It's just a personal thing. And
yeah.
it was a great time. And I was like, okay, can we go home now? Forget the
Like, what
show.
concert? I don't need anything else. I'm done.
Yeah.
I am exhausted. Like, yeah, it takes, meeting a Backstreet Boy just takes, it takes a lot out of you. Like, you
Yes,
come off of,
it
it's
does.
like you crash off of this high and, like, you can't, it's an out of body experience. It's weird.
Totally.
Okay,
Hi, Lance.
cool.
I see you watching.
So, what are some of the things that you wish the boys or the venues or Vegas would do differently for fans that are, that are in wheelchairs or have a crutch or a cane or something like that?
Right. So I think I've never had like a super frustrating experience because thankfully, like being in LA, a lot of the bigger venues you're familiar with, if you've been to a concert before. But I think the most frustrating thing for me with a venue was when I bought my ticket for Vegas. I originally, I bought them during pre-sale, fan club pre-sale, just like everybody else. And I went in July of this past year, July 1st. So it was technically supposed to be the last show until they announced more shows. And
Mm-hmm.
I bought 2 tickets in the pit just because like I was trying to get a really good seat. I was like, whatever, I don't care. And then I ended up calling Planet Hollywood and basically asking if I could get an escort like down to the pit right before they opened the doors so I would have a good spot because like Misty said, GA is not always fun when you can't like stand the whole show, and so you're basically like stuck in your chair even if you could transfer out of it.
And
And
for those who aren't familiar, GA is general admission. So basically, that's just another term for the pit.
yeah, standing room only, no chairs. So basically they said that like they could not escort me down to the pit and that they couldn't guarantee that I would be closer to the front so that I'd be able to see. Because like I said, I'm 4'10" standing. So when I'm sitting, it's like, oh hey, there's someone's butt. Awesome. Can I see over their head? Um, so they basically said
Yeah.
no, and like that there was nothing they could do. So I don't know if you remember, but I was like selling my tickets for a while because I was like, well, if they're not going to accommodate me, then like I don't want these seats or these tickets because I want to be able to see and have a good time and not be stressed out. So I ended up buying seats in section 102 like the next day or that same day, like after that one conversation, because I was like, I don't even want to deal, even if it's 10
Yeah.
months away. So
Gotcha.
I think
Okay.
it's just people like having, so to answer the question, I think that the venues should be more aware and like have more of a plan and also be like more adaptable to like everyone's needs as much as possible. I think the boys are very aware. Like
Yeah.
they notice you, they see you. That's why Howie told Misty, you wait there. Or, that's why like Alex and Kevin have said multiple times when they noticed me, like, oh, can we say hi now? This was before, like years ago when they had to ask permission. Or you kind of get a look from someone or something, or someone else does something, and like, okay, I need to do this, I need to stay here, things like that. But the venues, they see a lot of people, and sometimes they can be either really accommodating and understanding or not. So I think just awareness, because I can take care of myself, but if I can't see, like, it's gonna go down.
Gotcha. Yeah, and I like I said during Misty's segment, I'm kind of surprised to hear that about Vegas because it's a stationary show.
Hmm.
I'm surprised that there's not a separate section within each section to accommodate different, people in different situations. That
Yeah.
surprises me.
I think
So,
that's
but
because the venue is a lot smaller too. It's a lot smaller
yeah,
than like a big arena. And so they have to also follow like Planet Hollywood rules. And
Right.
in my experience with Vegas, because I was in 102 row A, and I was staying there. So that's my other tip. Like if you can get a good rate and just stay there, it saves you a lot of headache because I was just able to leave my scooter in our room, call the front desk, and they brought a wheelchair up and they escorted me like down to the ramp of the venue is on that side of the arena. So they escorted me like to the ramp, and then I just walked down to my seat.
I'd say that's an excellent tip. That is one that I will highlight in a clip, and I will highlight that on my blog. That's a really good tip. So, cool. So, what are some things? Sorry that
It's okay.
asked that question. What's been your favorite experience?
In general, when it comes to Vegas, I mean, there's a lot of them.
I would say, what's been your favorite backstage experience? A lot of these questions that I've gotten have not just been cruise questions. They haven't just been Vegas. They've been about venues just in general. Or, it could be, it doesn't even have to be a sanctioned event. It could be kind of like your story at the Gwen Stefani concert.
Yeah,
What?
I mean, I think aside from that, like I've just been fortunate enough to have unique experiences with the boys, and I'm really grateful for that because as a musician as well, like they've really kept me going to like pursue the music industry is tough, to pursue my dreams. And I think one of the coolest experiences that I've had is um, during the Never Gone era, I was able to cut a record and actually give Alex a copy of that record. So that was really cool. Um, he also got in a lot of
Awesome.
trouble because, like I said before, when they give you the time, they give you the time. And he like jumped off stage to come talk to me, and I was like, "Oh, what is happening?" But that was really cool. That was a really cool time, and just I think outside of like sharing space with them, being around people that really understand that like our connection with them is deeper than like, oh my God, they're so cute. That's really awesome. Like to touch on that, for Christmas last year, my boyfriend gave me uh, two copies of platinum albums. I got
Oh,
the
wow.
Never Gone platinum like framed plaque and also Millennium. I don't know how he found them, but the Never
I'm
Gone
coming to
one
your
was
house.
like
I'm stealing the one from Millennium. If it goes missing, I stole it.
that one. He actually was able to get it autographed, which was really cool. And
I'm 1000% stealing it.
I did not expect it. Like he was really nervous to give them to me. He was like, "I really hope you like your gifts." Like he was nervous, and he just like
Why would you be nervous to
hands
give you
me like
those?
this wrapped like square thing, and I was like, "What is this?" And I open it, and I see like the Never Gone cover, and it's there was only like 500 of them or something crazy, and I was like, "What? Like what is this?" And he's like, "This is for your new recording studio when you get it set up." And I was like, "Are you kidding?"
Sophie's
So
keeper.
yeah, and I took him to Vegas, and like he didn't like get scared, so that was fun.
Yeah, keep him. That's awesome.